Was this always going to be an extremely hard game to win?
I mean, it was going to be tough, but I think the way that, I personally started in the first half, turned the ball over, we just didn't give ourselves any kind of momentum early. Obviously, we fought back, got a lead early in the fourth, and gave ourselves a chance, but you got to assume that they were hungry to come out knowing James is back. And it was just a rough night to start, fought our way back, and they obviously made some plays on the stretch. So just got to start off better next time.
You started turning it around in the second half, but why do you think you had that start?
I don't know. You try not to think about the flight home and getting back to the Bay after a long road trip, but just one of those things where I think I was speeding up a little too much on the offensive end. And we know the recipe against this team. Obviously, they're going to shoot a lot of threes. They're going to make some tough shots. But if you turn the basketball over and if you foul, which we did all that in the first half, then that plays right into their hands. So just a lack of focus on the game plan. No matter if we make or miss shots, you got to control those other two areas.
What do you think about the shot selection late in the game?
I actually just watched the film. I made two of the worst plays of the season on those two possessions. I got a steal and KD's wide open for a dunk. I throw it to Clay with a contested three, and then the same thing the play before that. KD was coming off a pick and roll and he was butt naked open at the top of the key, and I made a read too soon. So kind of just one of those nights where I personally didn't have the right vision on the floor. So I got to take that responsibility for that one because it's pretty bad.
What about some of the kind of more careless turnovers? There was that one in the first half, about 15 feet out.
I already talked about all the turnovers. I'm not going to talk about specifics.
How much better is this Rockets team than what you saw from a year ago? I mean, how much did adding Chris change this team?
I mean, they play the same way, but Chris gives them another ball handler to take a little bit of pressure off James throughout the course of the game. But the recipe against him is the exact same. Like I said, you can't turn the ball over. You got to have good possession so you can set your defense up and then don't foul. We've done that, I think, once against them when we got a win. So obviously James is out, but we know the recipe and we got to stick to it no matter what additions they made this year.
Hey Steph, when you're taking the long view of things, like to what degree is it important or not of trying to have home court?
It's extremely important. Obviously this game gives them the tiebreaker, but we hopefully won't be in that position down the stretch of the season. So we'll continue to focus on building momentum towards the playoffs and continue to win games and give ourselves home court advantage throughout, which is important to us. And we're still in control of that, so no panic on that front.
You guys, I know you guys respect all opponents, but does this year feel a little different as far as like, it seemed like you guys were really gonna have a legitimate opponent that can possibly do some damage in the playoffs? Do I think like that?
I mean, yeah, we have ultimate confidence, and we know, like I said, what the recipe for success against whatever team it is, and we've done a great job of executing when we get in those positions down the stretch in the playoffs. So if it's Houston down second or probably in the conference finals, and we'll be ready for that. But yeah, we understand how potent they are offensively. The things that they're trying to do defensively is try to get us out of our game, but at the end of the day, if we play our game and play it the right way, unlike tonight, we feel like we can be ourselves and win against anybody.